Well, we finally reached the finish line of another marathon election cycle that was filled with many twists and turns. As we all know, former President Donald Trump has won his second term, becoming the second president in history to win non-consecutive presidential terms. As with any election, there are people who are happy with the result, people who are unhappy with the result. And of course, a lot of that has to do with their money, especially when it comes to retirement planning. Well, investment advisor Brian Myro joins me today. And Brian, now that we know that it will be the Trump administration coming back into the office next year, what might viewers today be expecting?
Well, happy to be here today, Nicole. One key area that we've been watching is taxes. Obviously, the two main candidates have had different ideas when it comes to taxation and its role in government. And a lot of people probably have questions about what will happen with the current tax rates, which a lot of people know of as the Trump tax cuts. Now, they're set to go back up as to the previous rates at the end of next year. But with Trump in office again, among other changes, his administration will likely prioritize extending or making permanent provisions, including maintaining lower individual tax rates, increasing the standard deduction, and preserving favorable tax treatment for pass-through entities.
Well, Becky Swansberg, CEO of the Stonewood Financial, a former White House and Capitol Hill staffer, says that throughout his campaign, Donald Trump said he'd like to make sure those tax cuts are extended for all Americans, but that decision is up to Congress, not the White House, right?
Well, that's right, Nicole. Presidential influence can shape tax and other policy discussions, but it's Congress that has the ultimate authority to extend or modify tax laws. So even with Republicans all but locking up the Senate and the House, legislation can still be unpredictable.
So how else could a new presidential administration potentially impact our finances?
Well, I'd encourage folks to look beyond this election when making financial decisions. Markets are always affected by presidential elections, but history shows us that markets will normalize over time. And the key is not to make emotional decisions. These are important results, and they can lead to important decisions being made, but ultimately, your financial and specifically your retirement plan should not depend upon an election. And now, with our government's current debt level and mandated spending, we're not just one election away from fixing all of our financial problems. The key is to have a good long-term plan.
So what are some ways to help people learn about existing opportunities to save on taxes and investment and retirement accounts?
Well, Nicole, many times there are opportunities in an individual situation to save on taxes. If you have investment and retirement accounts, there are strategies available to reduce your tax burden over your lifetime. There are things like Roth conversions. These are something to look at as they can help to reduce taxes down the road. And these can reduce also the forced distributions from your retirement accounts, like your traditional IRAs, your 401ks, and other Section 400 retirement plans. And when these distributions are forced to come out, they come out as ordinary income and they're completely taxable. Strategies like qualified charitable distributions, these are a good option. And this is actually where you can have your required minimum distribution sent directly to your charity.
Brian, is there anything else you'd like to leave us with today?
Well, Nicole, today's federal income tax rates might be the lowest that you'll see for the rest of your life. They went down in 2017 with the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. But we know that those tax rates are set to expire in 2026. And even though we know Donald Trump said he'd like to extend these cuts, it's not guaranteed. So it's a good idea to consider preparing for rising tax rates in our near future. And I bet just about everyone watching has a few areas where they can become a little more tax efficient with their money. Now, Nicole, today I'm offering a free tax analysis to all of our viewers. And many times we can identify strategies to reduce thousands of dollars in taxes throughout retirement. And Nicole, one more thing. We're offering a free complimentary copy of my book titled Smart Money for the Backside of Life, along with the free tax analysis for anybody wanting to set a visit. Now, in my book, I talk about many aspects of retirement that folks deal with on the backside of life, especially taxes.
All you have to do is text RETIRE to 915-233-2904 for your free tax analysis, and you can set a visit to receive a copy of Brian's book, Smart Money for the Backside of Life. Again, that number 915-233-2904 and text RETIRE. You can also visit their website. Brian, thanks so much for joining us.
Nicole, thanks for having me today.
We'll be right back.
Smart Money is sponsored by Myro Capital Management.